solutions to your debt problems. Talk to us for professional, affordable assistance.
I don't know how it got this far.
It is so out of control. Yeah.
I'm in too deep.
Bad debt can happen to good people. You may not know where to start, but at Debt Counselling Group South Africa, we can get you on the right path to financial recovery. Visit DCGsa.co.za or call 086 100 1047. DCGsa, award-winning consumer debt assistance.
24 minutes before the top of the hour. Hello everybody, welcome to yet another episode of Money Matters on Link FM, of course brought to you by DCGsa. I am your host, my name is Mr. K, and today we have a special edition in celebration of Women's Month. We're diving into a topic that is vital for women across South Africa, taking control of your finances. And to guide us through this particular conversation, we have Casper Lagrange, an experienced debt counselor with over 15 years of experience, joining us to discuss how debt counseling can empower women. Afternoon, Casper. How are you doing?
I'm blessed, Mr. K. Always great to be here, especially with such an important topic.
Of course, Casper. Now, we're celebrating Women's Month, and I think it's crucial to address the unique financial challenges that many women actually face. Could you start by telling us why financial independence is so vital for women?
Absolutely, Mr. K. Financial independence is crucial for women because it gives them the ability to make choices. Choices about their careers, their families, their futures. It's about having the freedom to make decisions without being constrained by your financial limitations. Unfortunately, we know many women find themselves in the cycle of debt, and not only women, but I think a lot of people in South Africa, but especially women we focus on today. And this can create a significant barrier to that independence. So debt counseling can play a pivotal role in breaking that debt cycle.
Absolutely. It's so true that debt can feel really overwhelming. Now, for women who might be struggling with this, what are some of the common challenges that they face when it comes to managing debt?
So, Mr. K, women face unique challenges when managing their debt, such as they've got lower income levels compared to men. You know, sometimes they need to take career breaks due to family responsibilities, you know, having kids, going on maternity leave. And sometimes the lack of financial education, you know, sometimes we see women in joint households and they get divorced or they lose their husband and suddenly they've never, you know, done the finances, have no idea, and now they're thrown into the deep end and they don't have an idea what to do. So these factors can lead to the accumulating of debt that feels insurmountable. Additionally, societal pressure and the responsibility of caring for a family can make it difficult for women to prioritize their own financial well-being.
That sounds really, really tough, Casper, but it also highlights the importance of addressing these issues. So how does debt counseling actually help women specifically in taking control of their finances?
So with debt counseling, it gives women a structured process that can be incredibly empowering. It provides women with the tools and support to gain control over their finances. A debt counselor normally works hand in hand with the consumer to assess their financial situation. So we look, what is going on? Go through the credit check, go through the bank statements, and then we create a manageable budget. So now, most cases, women that come to us, especially in all the different circumstances that they end up at our door, they have never done their budget, or they have an idea what a budget is, but they don't really understand it. And we give them the tools to put that budget in place. And we then go negotiate with the credit providers to just make that budget work. Why? Because we can reduce the installments and interest rates directly with the credit provider so that they can afford their monthly debt repayments and have money left for those living expenses in their budget. So it not only makes the debt more manageable, but it also helps prevent further legal action so they don't go down that spiraling hole where, you know, one credit provider takes action, then the next one, and before you know it, they don't know where the top or the light at the end of the tunnel is. So what's important is that debt counseling isn't just about managing debt. It's also about educating women on financial matters. So we teach our clients how to budget effectively, plan for the future, and build financial resilience. You know, so many people come to us and they don't have a saving or emergency fund. And, you know, part of going through this debt counseling process is to help put those things in place. So when you're done with the process, you not only have a budget, you also have started on your savings plan, your emergency plan, and your future savings plan for maybe when the kids need to go to university or whatever the case might be. So the knowledge is empowering and can set them on a path of financial independence.
Powerful. Now, you mentioned budgeting and planning for the future, two critical aspects of financial management. How do you approach these topics with your female clients?
We always start with the basics, Mr. K, ensuring that consumers understand the importance of a budget and how to do it effectively. I always say you don't know where you're going to unless you understand where you are coming from. So we'll start with those 3 months or 6 months bank statements in the past, and we start highlighting every single expense and allocate them to somewhere in our budget column. Once we know what we've spent in the past, then we can go forward and we can say, okay, well, here's where I'm overspending, or here's where I can maybe spend more, or maybe relook at bank charges, or maybe look at a policy, or whatever the case is. So for many women, this is the first time they've had a clear, structured plan for their finances. So we guide them in tracking their income and expenses, setting realistic financial goals. Doesn't help we just thumb suck. That's why I say we take the past into consideration, we put them in place, and then we create the goals, and we allocate those funds for savings and emergencies. And that is where so many people fall short. They don't have that savings and emergency funds. Moreover, we emphasize long-term planning. Doesn't have we just plan for tomorrow, we must plan for the years to come. When women are encouraged to think about their future, whether it's for saving for retirement, planning for their children's education, or even starting a business, by giving them the tools to plan ahead, we help them build a more secure financial future.
60 minutes before 5 o'clock. This is Money Matters, brought to you by DCGsa, and we've got debt counselor in the building. His name is Casper, and we're speaking about some of the challenges that women in particular face when it comes to managing their finances. Now, Casper, I love what you just mentioned. It really sounds like a holistic approach, addressing both the immediate and future financial needs. Are there any success stories that you could share with us that actually highlight the impact of debt counseling on women's lives?
Yo, Mr. K, many, but specifically to this situation, I can think of a woman, and I'm going to name her Sarah for keeping the name anonymous. But she was a single mom. She was overwhelmed with debt after she got divorced, and she was really struggling to make ends meet. You know, making sudden financial decisions and things was really impacting her, not only financially, but she started to get sick. She was overwhelmed by stress, and then it affected her ability to look after her kids, you know. And through debt counseling, we were able to negotiate better terms with her credit providers, reducing her monthly payments significantly. And more importantly, we taught Sarah how to manage her money. She created a budget, started saving, and even began a side business to generate extra income. Today, I'm proud to say Sarah is actually debt-free. She's financially independent and has even started a savings fund for her children's education, which is going well. She's got enough for 2 sessions at university. So her story is really a testament of how debt counseling is not the end of your story, but the start of your next chapter in life.
Really inspiring stuff, Casper. It's clear that debt counseling can be a lifeline for women who are struggling financially. So as we wrap up and bring matters to a close, what advice would you like to give to the women out there who might be hesitant when it comes to seeking help?
I think it's the same for everybody, Mr. K. Don't wait. as soon as you start feeling overwhelmed by debt, reach out. The sooner, the better. There's no shame in seeking assistance. In fact, it's a sign of strength when you ask for help. And not many people realize that. Debt counseling is not just about managing debt. It's about taking control of your life and your future. The sooner you start, the sooner you begin your journey to your financial freedom. So remember, it's not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter of the life you're going to live, soon to be debt-free.
Wow, wise words indeed. Casper, thank you so much for coming through, sharing your insights, and for the important work that you're actually doing to help women take control of their finances. It's been a pleasure having you on the show as always.
It's so nice to contribute as well. You know, we had Women's Day on Friday and Women's Month. Let's celebrate women. Let's empower them. Let's help them, because we all have mothers. Exactly. And so much they've done for us. Sometimes it's us that need to give back to them.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Casper, in wrapping things up, I cannot let you go without, of course, giving us those pearls of wisdom straight from the Bible. And listen, I want you to know, listening at home, that financial independence is actually within your reach. So do not hesitate to seek the help that you require and take control of your financial situation. Casper, financial scripture.
Proverbs 21 verse 20, a scripture I go back to so often. The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. This scripture always encourages us to be wise and diligent with our resources. Saving and planning for the future may inspire you to make sound financial decisions as you journey towards financial freedom. Mr. K, if anybody needs assistance, they can find us at dcgsa.co.za. Click to call, click to WhatsApp. Let's leave it there and be blessed to the listeners as well. Enjoy your Women's Month. And if you haven't given your mom that hug that she so desperately wants, I encourage you to go give her that hug today.
Love it, love it, love it. Casper, thank you so much for coming through, and we'll see you again next week, where we'll be delving deeper into the world of financial wellness, debt counseling, and all of those good things. See you next week.
Cheers, Mr. K.
Cheers.